This short module is optional, but I'm hoping that as a result of this short time together, you may decide that you want to do this so that you can better understand yourself, so that you can minister to others as well. So I'm going to share with you two very commonly used personality profiling tools that will help you understand yourself, and hopefully it will also help you understand others better, to appreciate that everyone is different. This is not meant to be judgmental in any way, but with better understanding, we hope that you can resolve any conflict that you may have better. So actually, I'm going to show you 3 slides. And as I describe the different personality types, make a note of which one that you think most describes you. Of course, if you think there's more than one, you can choose 2, if you like. So here we go. This is really an ancient one. The philosophers thought, that there were 4 basic temperaments: the melancholic, the choleric, the phlegmatic, and the sanguine. So starting with top left, the melancholic is a very serious, very thoughtful person. These are the very, if you like, they almost like, sometimes they can be geniuses. They think more deeply. So they're suspicious. They question things, and generally they're unhappy because they see things as they are, and it makes them very worried and anxious. Then there's another type, the choleric, top right. These people are very determined. They get things done. They're active. They can lose their temper because they're people of action, and they're disappointed when people are laid back. They want to get things done, and they want to get things done quickly. And then bottom left, we have the phlegmatic types. They are calm, they're steady, they do things quietly, slowly, they're controlled, they're very principled, they're reasonable. Yeah, they don't like the choleric. The choleric wants to push them. They're not interested. They just go at their own steady pace. Then, of course, there's that wonderful personality, the sanguine person. Yeah, they just generally happy and contented with life. They're not too ambitious. They don't mind if lots of things aren't done. They love relating to people, very sociable, easygoing. They're really a joy to be around. So can you see which one you are tend towards? So the melancholic and the choleric, they tend to be a little bit more emotional. Their emotions dictate their moods. The phlegmatic and the sanguine, they're less emotional, so they don't get down so easily. The melancholic and phlegmatic, they don't like change so much. They know what they want and they're happy with it. Whereas the choleric always wants to get things done, change for the better, and the sanguines are happy to go along, and if things are better, that's great. All right, so that's how the ancient Greeks used to think about that. Now, the more modern one is what we call DISC, 4 different personality types. So again, just think which one you might be. Are you a more dominant kind of personality? You're very direct in the way you speak, in the way you think. You're results orientated. You're firm. You're strong-willed. You're forceful. You get things done. That's you. Over on the top right, are you a more influencing kind of person? You're outgoing. You're enthusiastic. You're optimistic. You're high-spirited. You're lively. Maybe that describes you more, and you resonate with that. Or bottom left, the C. Are you the more conscientious type? You're very analytical, you're reserved. You don't show your emotions on your sleeve. You're precise. You're private. You're systematic. You do things in a very detailed way. Or are you the more steady sort? You're even-tempered. You rarely get, lose your temper. You're accommodating, you're patient, you're humble, you're tactful. Now, which one best describes who you are? Just pick one. And then there are these 5 love languages. It's important to know which is your main language. Here are the 5. The words of affirmation. And how you communicate, you encourage, you affirm, you appreciate, you empathize, you listen actively. And when people affirm you with their words, it touches you. So if someone has words of affirmation as their love language, send them an unexpected note or a text or a card. Genuinely encourage them and often, and this will mean so much to them. Words of affirmation. For some, their dominant language is physical touch. They use non-verbal, their body to communicate and express love. So hugs, kisses, holding hands, being intimacy is very important to them. Third love language is receiving gifts. And people who have this language, they think carefully before making a gift. And the gift is so thoughtful, and the person who receives it feels loved. So we can give gifts and gestures, small things can even matter in a very big way. Another love language is quality time. Uninterrupted, focused conversations, one-on-one time. This is makes a big impact on someone whose main love language is to spend quality time with the other person. So then we create special moments together, take walks, we do small things with one another. And then there's the language of acts of service. So they use action for phrases like, I'll help. They may not say very much, but their actions, they do things for you in a very practical way. And so doing chores together really helps to communicate love. So we all have a dominant love language. Maybe we can have another one, but actually we want to try to understand the other person's love language and use that, if you like. So if your language is, for example, words of affirmation, that's good. And so you might try to use that to try to express love, but the other person's language is more acts of service. So the other person says, well, yeah, you talk a lot, but what are you going to do? So if you understand that the other person's love language is acts of service, then you do more of that for that person. And really, in the end, although we have a dominant language, love language, we try to use all 5 because there are people with different love languages. So you can, so as I said, this session is more used in the one-on-one supervision. It's an optional one. I'm happy to discuss that with you, or you can meet with someone and discuss that. And so you understand yourself better. But then you can replay the whole video and think of someone you're experiencing repeated tension with. And then as you go through, guess which temperament or personality type they are and which love language they use. And hopefully that will help you understand why they do things the way they do. So you can take the test yourself. These are 2 online pre-tests for the DISC and the 5 love languages. So this module was all about, if you understand yourself better, you will care for others better. So you understand both your strengths and your weaknesses. But please know that sometimes your strengths can also be a weakness. And I'll get a chance to discuss that with you when I understand what your strengths are. And of course, vice versa. I love these words that St. Paul says in 2 Corinthians, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness. Our weaknesses can sometimes be a strength, but we need to understand our strengths and our weaknesses. Paul says, I will boast gladly about my weaknesses so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, even in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, and difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Thank you.